Georgia native DJ Dallas is now a nationally known running back at the University of Miami. With head coach Mark Richt stepping down and defensive coordinator Manny Diaz stepping into the head coach position, there are obviously some questions about the state of this team's offense. While Clark Central walks down the stairs before every home game, their rival Cedar Shoals touches this infamous rock before walking onto the field. Why is it so important for you to make these games?
Because for the last 6 years, I've watched him through rec ball and freshman ball, and he really is a good player. He's really smart, and I wasn't able to get here because somebody had to be with my wife, and that's me. I was her husband. So for the last 6 years, I was with her 24/7.
So I think that plays a big part in raising coaches' salaries, raising recruiting budgets, adding improvements to get more recruits. I think it's a big cycle, and even the difference between Georgia and Georgia Tech. I mean, Georgia made close to $150 million last year, and Georgia Tech made half of that. Due to the cold and rainy weather and the fact that Sunday was Easter, the attendance was a low 52,000 compared to last year's 82,000. The team was nothing less than appreciative of all the fans that came out. Okay, so you had that amazing sack. What was the call on that play, and how were you able to be so free?
It's just practice. We've been very well prepared for this game.
Spivey is not completely fresh off the bench either. He got his feet wet when he threw for 104 yards last week against Walnut Grove. Coach Nolan told me that the Warriors' main focus and biggest challenge will be stopping the run game. We're here in Charlotte, North Carolina at ACC kickoff. NC State head coach Dave Doran and 2 members of his Wolfpack were on the scene today. Thanks, guys. Behind me, Morgan County just scored a touchdown to take the lead 7-3 here in Jackson County. You know, the Morgan County coaching staff has gotten excellent exclusive guidance from the Georgia coaching staff. Kirby Smart has let them attend practice, has shared playbooks and practice drills. But Coach Malone of Morgan County says that it's almost been counterproductive because the younger coaches think that they can implement these plans, but they just don't have the D1 talent like the University of Georgia does. And that's really interesting because when I talked to Nana as well, I asked him, what goes through your head when you're setting up to run the 40-yard dash, when you're setting up to run routes and catch the ball. And he said about catching that it's almost like muscle memory now. He doesn't think about it when he sets up. He just has to assure himself that he knows what he's doing, that his body knows how to catch a ball, and that he can go do this. Yeah. I think the biggest factor in going into this game is the absence of Vandegrift. Freshman quarterback Lucian Anderson III will be filling his spot, but one thing the Wolverines still have going for them is their special teams unit. Junior Logan Johnson is a solid return man who is even starting to garner some Division I interest. Thanks, guys. With 4 minutes left in the first half, behind me, Morgan County just got their first penalty of the night. This is their first one of the night, and that is awesome compared to last week. They had 10 for a loss of 95 yards. Coach Malone said they really cleaned up the game in practice this week, and you can see it on the field. That is right, and this is a very pass-heavy team. Their strength comes from Brock Vandegrift's cannon of an arm. He's thrown for 722 yards the past 3 games, and the receiving corps has picked up 795 yards and 7 touchdowns this season. I think losing him is going to be a big loss for that team, and I don't know if backup quarterback Lucian Anderson III really can fill that void. So I think that I don't even know if they can have a winning season, much less go to the playoffs. While many schools have traditions like walking downstairs or touching an infamous rock, not many players like to taste the field that they're about to play on.